is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Nothing?
I'd like to say I love you guys both. Love the show.
Thanks.
Long time listener, all that.
Great.
Whatever.
Yeah. My question is, my girlfriend has, some fetishes that, she gets into during sex, which include, spanking and being tied up and, being gagged and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So...
How do you do the gag?
Either just putting my hand over her mouth real tight, something like that.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
All right. Are these a little bit of a rape simulation?
Well, as an avid listener of this show, I always thought, something must have happened to her, this and that. She always denied it. But she recently, just this last couple of weeks, came out and told me that something had happened.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really asked her in depth about it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Mm-hmm.
So what's happened is, after we have sex and after, I just sort of feel guilty about encouraging those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling a payoff
where
coming.
they come from.
Are you?
And I wanted to know, Drew, if that could, hinder her in any way.
See what I'm saying? No question.
Hinder her in any way. Drew smells bogus here. I didn't, my spidey sense wasn't tingling, but Drew's a little more adept at that than I am, but although not lately.
Well, I'm not trying to...
I believe you, Sam. And when you tie her up, what do you tie her up with?
Well, we've only done that a couple times, and that's I had a chain once that I did it with, a wallet chain.
A wallet chain.
We were getting creative.
All right.
And duct
Specific.
tape.
Duct?
But usually just
duct tape?
down
Where do you put the duct tape?
on her wrists, and I tied her to the bed with it.
Mm-hmm. What color?
Just normal gray.
All right. And
Good stuff.
yeah, it's good, but you gotta. It leaves. When you pull it off, it leaves stuff on the bedpost. You use some lacquer thinner to get that off.
Before she came over, I fashioned sort of a handcuff kind of thing with it, so it wasn't actually sticking to her.
Smooth.
Yeah.
All right. And did you enjoy this too?
Pleasing her pleases me. So.
Right, but now you feel like you're...
I feel guilty afterwards, sort of encouraging,
yeah,
these kind of things, knowing where they might come from. And I wanted to know...
Yeah, but she needs that at this point in order to function sexually.
Well, she doesn't need it. No, I mean, she can orgasm fine without those kind of things.
All right.
And it's not anything, really serious, I guess,
Well, does she want it every time?
No.
No.
All right. It's usually I don't buy that.
Yeah, I buy it.
I don't buy it. But be that as it may, it is a way to distance herself in an intimate encounter. If intimacy is too close for her, it's overwhelming, and these are sort of distractions that allow her to function sexually. Think of it that way. And if she doesn't need it all the time, it's not really a true fetish. It's sort of a fetishistic kind of thing. And why would he feel guilty doing this occasionally? If
Well, he feels like he's okay. Sam.
Yeah.
Why don't you be straight with me for a second?
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to hang up with you on you in a second anyway. So, if it's a bogus call, I want you to please tell me. And if it's not, I want you to please tell me.
No, this isn't a bogus call.
All right.
All right.
See, Drew? I didn't get that from him.
All right.
There's no payday. No payoff.
All right. So but I thought there was one coming that we sort of diverted him from.
Well, let's
See what I'm saying?
Sam, if you want to yell something about a mason jar and an asshole, now's the time. No, you see, Drew, something happened to your antenna over the holidays, buddy.
All right, maybe.
You got hit with a turkey drumstick or something and bent?
Maybe. All right, be that as it may, though.
No, maybe.
Yeah, I still...
I don't know. This is not a bogus call.
All right, okay.
What I got to do, bring him over here?
Yeah. Don't keep at it. It's whatever.
Oh, of course.
The point is,
it's not bogus.
All right. So the point is, I'll say it again. No problem. Occasional fetish that she wants to indulge in. She doesn't need it to function sexually. It's diverting her from an intense feeling, but the rest of the time she's able to function and be intimate. So what?
Okay. Well, Drew's angry now that it's not bogus. You've defied him.
No, I still think it is, but that's right.
No, you don't. Sam.
Guiltiness, are they normal?
Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Drew still swears this is bogus.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I think it's bogus. Well, here's the thing too, Sam. And here's the only logical way I can see to settle this, which is doing a bogus call that never really has a payoff not really worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm giving you the opportunity to say it's a bogus call right now.
I appreciate that offer, Adam, but I really I'm just curious about
Oh, okay. All right.
So just relax. Relax.
Well, Drew, everybody. I don't know if I can ever believe another word he says.
Oh, please.
Okay. But what about this, Drew?
Huh.
What if you're with somebody and this person was victimized at some point in their childhood, and now this is come into the bedroom in the form of this and that? Let me finish my question. And they want this.
Yeah.
And it's not out of control.
Right.
But you do feel like, hey, the reason this chick wants this is because her dad did something weird to her when she was 5, you know? And now I'm kind of going along with it. And I understand you shouldn't be thrown in jail for it. It's not destroying her life, but shouldn't you be steering her towards some therapy and maybe backing away from this stuff a little bit?
Absolutely. It can start to erode the intimacy, and it can start to take over, and then it can be necessary for her sexual functioning. And if now she's admitting there was a trauma, then obviously there's need for treatment, and then try to stay away from this. But don't feel guilty when you indulge her.
Tony with an I?
Sleeping.
Tony?
Hello?
You're 14?
Yes.
What's up there, Tony?
I wanted to know what counts for being molested.
What's Tony for a girl? What's that short for?
Tonia?
Tonia?
Tona. No, not Tona. Tonia.
Antonia?
Tonia is a girl's name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Antonia.
Antonia?
Yeah.
Or Tonia?
Antonia.
Okay. You having trouble with your name?
No.
Okay. Let's keep going. It's my fault for talking.
Please. Oh, my God.
Okay. She said Tonia 4 times.
I know.
And Drew had to then tell her name. So your name is Antonia?
Yeah, but my friends call me Tony.
Right. But Tony's not short for Tonia. It's short for Antonia.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a real name, though.
I know. Turn down whatever's in the background, please. Okay. Now, Drew, what constitutes molestation?
Really, I sort of put it under large. I think of it in terms of what's traumatic, sexual traumas, and sexual material can be traumatic.
Okay.
Being touched inappropriate can be traumatic.
Well, let's find out what Tony had happen to her. What happened, Tony?
It actually started when I was about maybe 7, maybe 6, and my cousin, who's actually about the exact same age as me, he started touching me, and he started kissing on me, and he made me suck his penis, and he made me kiss him, and he started touching me.
That's about as bad as it gets.
Well,
it's absolutely
not as
intercourse.
bad as it gets. No, because not nearly as bad as adult dad or uncle.
It's approaching.
No, not nearly what an adult would be.
All right.
Thank you.
And it wasn't I saw him a lot. It was only over the summer, and anytime I saw him, he lives in L.A.
All right, what's the question?
How long did this go on?
Until I was about 12. So
All right.
about 2 years ago.
And you would come out in Los Angeles and stay with him for a while?
Yeah, my parents would drop me off.
For the summer, for a week, or
for a couple of days. I'll sleep over there at their house.
Now, were you after this had gone on a few times, and let's say you were 10 years old, were you terrified to go over there, or did you not mind it?
I didn't mind going over there.
Did you like it?
Not really.
Okay. Did you want to avoid it?
Kind of, yeah. As I got older, I kept trying to avoid it.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I was like, okay, this is my cousin. I trust him. I don't care.
All right.
Well, you'd already been sort of victimized so thoroughly that that's sort of who you were at that point. So,
all right,
you don't think differently. It's just that I'm the victim.
So this stopped a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he started squeezing my chest and stuff like that, and so I made him stop because it started hurting and it felt weird. I finally realized that it was wrong.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. You're healthy enough to stop him.
What's the question?
I just wanted to count. Was that count as molestation or no?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Not as bad as grandpa or dad, but not a great thing.
Okay.
I mean, he was the same age as you, right?
Yeah.
It's a little better than older, but yeah. Well, you could consider that. But on the other hand, I don't know if you want to. A little therapy wouldn't hurt and all that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't walk around like there was something wrong with me.
She's a victim.
Yeah.
She is. I mean, she's a high risk for rape. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
Sort of, but then she stopped him.
Yeah.
And
yet she marched right in there every time. And
yeah, but I think she may have enjoyed the attention at some point. I mean, at least that's kind of the way she's been putting it out to us.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, she realized it was wrong and was able to stop.
Okay.
So Tony?
Just be careful, Tony. Be careful. You're going to tend to sort of freeze in situations where there's a lot of stress. You're not going to be able to keep your sort of bearing on how you're feeling if there's interpersonal conflicts or you're threatened. Just be careful. Be careful. And you're going to tend to seek guys that sort of make you feel like a victim because that's who you're used to being when you're in a relationship with guys.
Yeah.
I don't date or anything like that.
All right.
Well, you're 14.
Take your time.
You're young. That's all right.
Okay. And can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
I heard about the birth control patches.
Yep.
Do they actually work as good as the actual pill?
Yep.
Yeah, but you have to put them over the opening of the vagina. That's the only way they're absolutely as effective. Is that true, Drew?
You have to hold them between your knees.
Yeah. They're not adhesive. You just have to actually clamp them between your knees.
Right.
You can never. If there's enough space between your knees for this patch, which is just a quarter millimeter to slide out, then you can get pregnant. That'd be funny. That'd have a birth control patch that actually goes over the vagina. All right, X is a penis trampoline. All right, let's talk to Cynthia, who's 20 years old. Cynthia?
Yes.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
I've been with my boyfriend for going on 9 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, every time we have sex, I would always be able to orgasm. And lately, I would say about the last 4 months, I would be lucky if I get there.
Have you been faking them?
Lately, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
good girl? Good girl.
What's different? Is he just sort of paying less attention or doing it less?
No, everything's the same. I don't know why.
Are you not as into this guy?
I'm sorry?
Are you not as into this guy?
I am.
Ooh. Yeah, whenever you
I didn't buy that.
Yeah, whenever you get that, Drew, you ask me.
Adam, are you into this guy?
Don't say Adam, jack off. Go ahead.
Are you into this guy?
Are you not? Okay, go ahead. Sorry. And hold on. And action.
Cynthia, are you into this guy?
1,000. I am. And by the way, that is the answer we get whenever we go down this road.
But the I am is everything. I am.
Yes. Cynthia, maybe you're not as into the guy as you were.
Okay, so does that affect?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if it's not the kind of thing where, well, he's been drinking and skipping foreplay. If he's kind of on his same routine sexually with you, yet the orgasms have dried up.
That is your body telling you something.
Yeah.
Okay, because when we talk about it, he states, your pussy's busted.
Oh, this sounds like quite a gem. What? Well, how could your feelings wane for a guy like that? He's so sensitive and poetic, Adam. The guy's poetic.
Listen, honey, your coos is on the fritz, okay?
Oh my God. Oh my God. What is not to love about that guy?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's a dynamite individual. What's he do? Work around metal?
No.
Truck.
Weights.
He works around weights?
A gym.
He works at a gym.
Right.
What's he do? Is he a trainer or something?
He's a manager.
Manager at a gym.
Right.
Those are horrible people, those gym managers. Horrible guys walking around those tiger striped sweatpants with the tank top on and telling people, trying to sell them a bunch of products they don't need. Then talking about, we're running a special that's just going on to the end of this week. Would you sign up now? I like when they start waving stuff. Sign up now. We go ahead and we wave. No, here's what happened. Here's how we wave. You wave bye to your money. Because you end up doing that thing where they do that thing where they take the money out of your credit card or your checking account forever, and you move 6 months after you sign up, but you did a 5-year deal, and they just take like $37.95 out of your account for the next 10 years, and you're living in Kentucky now. Tell you what,
unless you cancel your credit card.
You sign up right now. We waive the initial fee, which is then they give you the inflated one. That's $269. We waive that, and we throw in a 28-ounce or creatine, which I personally use myself. I always like when they talk about what they do too. Yeah, I use a lot of guys are Nautilus guys. I use the Hydroflex over here. That's how I got these. Yeah. We have tan salons, we got a lap pool, we got aerobics and cardio, spinning classes on Sundays. This guy, now here's our wall of instructors. That's Chet Greenwood. Chet over there was second runner-up, Mr. Fitness Competition, 1992 and 94. Busted his hip in 93, so we couldn't compete. Lisa Kungston here, PKA kickboxing champion. She teaches step, spinning, and kickboxing and women's self-defense class. That's Wednesday night. It was a Wednesday night and a Sunday night class. I recommend a Wednesday night class. Full instruction, boxing gloves. You have to bring those yourselves and wraps. We have bags and professional instructions. Short, of course, shower facilities, state-of-the-art. Sauna. It's not up and running right now, the sauna or the steam room, but we're just putting the final touches on some of that grout, and that should be up and running in just a matter of seconds now. That never gets going. The shower pressure is never right either. We do ask you to throw the towels into the hopper. Mark dirty towels, please. We issue a towel when you come in. I'll tell you about the guest policy if you're interested. Yeah. Is that what he does?
And also, if you got to send a friend to sign up.
You get a friend to sign up. Now, I can get you an introductory tour. I can get Chip Ballmaster in there. Chip, come here. Chip's one of our best instructors. He's been with us almost 11 weeks now. What are your goals? Get laid. Yeah.
And,
I like when they size you up, too. Forget about what you think your goals are. My goals for you is that you lose about 30 pounds, some of that ass, tone up the upper arms. It can all be done. It's going to take hard work and your credit card. All right. Is that him?
More or less. They're not so that high pressure. They're not. They're not really on a big commission. So
we specialize. If your vagina's busted, we have rehab equipment over here. Got the vagina press. You can do some vagina ups. Do military vagina. Many different Nautilus, Atlas, and
labia busters.
Labia busters. See that picture over there? That's Cynthia Takahashi. She teaches a vagina class. That's Sundays. She also does step, spinning, and with Taekwondo. All right.
So.
Yeah.
Cynthia, you're just not as into this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Why aren't you into him? Why should you be into him? He works at a gym. Gym guys are all scared. Gym guys are like used car salesmen with a tan and a build. It's the same weird mentality, guys. Yeah?
You all right, Cynthia?
Yeah, I was just listening. You're right, right.
Well, does it? All right, don't let us.
Well, then how come at times I can?
Well,
I mean, shouldn't just be a.
You get porked hard enough, eventually something's going to pop loose. All right. Tell us if we're right. I mean,
if we're wrong.
Tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're losing a little with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, baby. That might be time to start thinking about breaking up.
Yeah.
Of course, if he's got your credit card, you have to keep paying him for another 3.5 years. I mean, for the term of the contract. I like when they cut stuff for you, too. Normally, there's a $169 initiation fee each one time. Guy looks over his shoulder. I'll tell you what I can do. Right now, this manager's not here right now. You mean why the guy's the manager? I can knock 45% off that to get that for you for $89.50. But it's pretty much the kind of thing we're going to have to sign up today because it's not going to hold that long. So they're talking about goals, steps. Workout mats, we ask you wipe them down, wipe the equipment down, and please keep your shirt on when you're working down the equipment. Yeah. Yeah, I used to work at a gym. It's a dynamite guys.
That's right,
over
you
there.
did. That's right. Oh.
Imagine me working in a gym.
Oh.
You know what the big complaints were for me in the gym?
Huh.
I used to teach a boxing class, but I didn't listen to the hip-hop music. Because, look, seriously, do a bunch of 40-year-old white people have to listen to P. Daddy? Do you know what I mean? Do we have Ja Rule and all that? Really?
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy? Yeah, P. Diddy.
Whatever.
That's right.
Word
Up. Really? Is that what a bunch of white people want to listen to? I used to just play some they'd play like the Pretenders and Elvis Costello and Graham Parker and stuff.
Izzle for chisel, dizzle.
Yeah, that was always a big complaint. Where's your music? They don't want to listen to Warren Zevon. Yes, they do. All right, we'll take a little break and we'll be right back.
LoveLine. We'll be right back. Call on the 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 105 Alternative, San Francisco.
Hello.
Yeah. Boyfriend works at the Home Depot.
Yeah. And we've been going out. We've known each other for 3 years. We've been going out for over a year. We lived together for almost a year. And I just recently moved back to my parents because it didn't work out between us.
Yeah.
And we had a house, and we were planning on, a lot of things together in the future. And
What happened?
Basically, he has, when I went to a vacation with him and his family, they were telling me about how, things run in the family. And I guess he has, I don't know, I think he has a really bad depression problem. And he sometimes, talks to me, I don't like how he talks to me, rude and I'm dumb. And
So he's abusive, and then no one has to put up with that.
And everybody says it's verbally abuse, and I don't know. I don't like saying the word, so.
You don't like to say verbal abuse.
Yeah, that's what everybody's telling me.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, you described it in a nutshell.
Well, how's his family?
His family, well, it's mostly his aunt, and just recently, I guess, his parents split up, and his mom said his dad was the same way. Because me and his family and his mom were all I'm really close to them.
Yeah. Do you have any kids with this guy?
No,
good.
not
Few.
yet.
Not yet.
Well, no, we actually just recently talked about it. I was I don't know.
Now, why would you want to be with an abusive person?
Well, he said that, I don't know,
No.
I keep going back to him saying he's going to change. But
Well, he guess what? No, not 6-8 years of therapy maybe, but he's not going to change. And is he drinking when he gets this way too?
No, he doesn't drink.
Yeah. Does he do anything else? Smoke pot or do drugs?
He smokes bud, but
Every day?
almost, kind of.
All right, so that makes him more irritable and gives him more. So he's a marijuana addict. Was your dad an addict of some type?
Was my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And he was sort of an abusive a-hole too?
Yeah, not towards me, though.
All right,
Well,
but
it gets where, one of the ways you can look at that pattern is you don't notice it. You don't see it. You don't feel it the way you should. You're sort of dissociated from those feelings. This guy is an abusive addict.
well, also, Dad was abusive toward your mom.
Yeah.
And maybe he missed you, but this guy hasn't missed you. I mean, you're now the mom with the abusive dad, or the abusive husband.
But being around that abuse sort of desensitizes you to it. You're not even aware that it's abuse on some level.
Yeah, but either way, it works its magic because
Yes.
even if you weren't abused as a kid, you saw mom being abused, and then you became attracted to a guy who's verbally abusive.
Of course.
All right, so Melissa, you've been with this guy for some years now,
Yeah.
and you're 19.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to move on. Thank God you don't have a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to, but it's just it's kind of hard.
You really should go to Al-Anon also and you do some work so you change in such a way that you don't next time get attracted to this kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to change what's going on in your head,
Yeah, man.
dude.
Guy, dude, bro. Sahara,
Yeah.
you're 19?
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Well, I think I'd be in a pattern in relationships. I'm kind of assertive with guys. I always ask them out.
and they always seem to end the relationship. And I don't know if there's something I'm missing.
How long before they ended?
The shortest one was maybe 2 weeks. The longest one, 2 months.
And they ended. Did they say why they're ending it?
Various reasons. You know, that it's not
You're fat.
you.
Drew, please.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah, that one. But no, I'm not fat. I'm kind of assertive. I've been told I'm intimidating. I'm tall and I work on cars and I'm assertive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys like that.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but there's been many times when someone has tried to pass that off on us and it never seems to work, which is, her problem is she's
too good looking.
She speaks her mind. She's tall. She's very striking looking, and she can make waffles, program the TiVo, and go ahead and drop the tranny and the Buick all simultaneously. And again, well, let me tell you about guys. We're fine with that.
The less guys have to do, the happier they are.
If I could find a woman who could do anything except for complain, it would be amazing to me. It'd be great. I oftentimes talk to my male friends about this. So there's something you're doing that's doing it, and it's not you wrenching on cars.
Could be the guys you pick, or the fact that they're not. Maybe the intimidation part is you really coerce them into going out. You kind of push them into a relationship that they maybe don't want to be in. That kind of thing. Because guys do that too. Guys sort of work a woman until she capitulates to a relationship.
You know a lot about cars?
Yeah.
Oh,
I built mine.
You did?
Yeah.
What do you got?
A 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass.
Wow. And what'd you do to it?
Well, I've been rebuilding the systems bit by bit. Rebuilt the engine, the transmission.
Can I quiz you?
Yeah, I don't have I'm usually working with a book, but yeah, you can quiz me.
All right. I'm going to ask some basic questions. Difference between rod bearings and main bearings.
I don't know.
See, okay, this is what I'm telling you, Drew. This is why. She's so intimidating. She knows so much. Don't know the difference between rod bearings and main bearings, baby? That's very basic.
Well,
I mean, if you're rebuilding the engine, huh? What?
They're laughing at her.
They should be laughing at you.
Hey, now, how many guys do you know that have, rebuilt the engine themselves?
Well,
got it machined and then put it together.
I know a lot of guys have rebuilt engines themselves, but all right. We're just gonna move forward here. All right. The main seal on the car, where would that be?
The
rear main seal.
The rear main seal?
Yes.
Would that be on the differential?
No, be at the end of the crank before it went into the bell housing. But that's all right. All right. Let's move forward now. Asking guys out, intimidating guys.
Yeah, what about just sort of asking the wrong guys out? Are these guys that you have to kind of coerce into dating and coerce into a relationship?
No, usually we start out as friends, and I'll ask them out, and they'll say yes, and it's kind of a casual thing.
That's already... No. That's the problem. There's a reason you're a friend in the first place. Guys, if they're interested, don't let things sort of drift into friendville.
No.
So she
drag kicking and screaming in a friendville.
And she said it's like, it's casual, it's no big deal. I'm just asking them out, no big deal. That's right, it's no big deal to them. They're not thinking of you as a date or a girlfriend. They still want to keep you in friend land.
All right, but here's the thing too. Also, at 19, I know I sound like a broken record with this. You don't have to figure it all out. Forget about your technique. You're not. People think they've been banished to a certain existence, I'll always be the friend that never, I'll always be the guy that doesn't. It doesn't work that way. No. Different experiences, you mature, you meet different people. There's no right or wrong way to do it, really. Just move forward, keep your eyes open, whatever you're interested in. I mean, she's Mrs. Goodwrench over here.
Right.
She can build a small block Chevy, no problem. Except for the rod bearings and the main bearings. But no problem. So just move forward and don't worry about it. You will find a guy. By the way, everyone I know eventually found somebody.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know
that's the amazing thing about the human being.
An amazingly diverse group of people who are into a million different things, and they all found somebody.
Yep.
You will too. Someone who shares your claimed interest in automobiles, perhaps. Ken?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, first of all, I just want to let you know that you guys are great. You guys
Thanks.
are people.
Thanks.
But I'm calling because one of my ex-girlfriends, who we were sexually active about 2 to 3 months ago, she called me up last week and told me that she tested positive for chlamydia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to find out what the risk would be since we use condoms for me and my new girlfriend to have it. And I know I got to go in and get tested, but where would I go?
Any doctor can do it. There's lots of good tests now available for that.
All right. If I was just worried about going to my insurance because I don't want my parents to find out.
Well, you go to Planned Parenthood then.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, I guess I should do that.
So you have no symptoms.
No.
Well,
what are the chlamydia symptoms for a guy?
Discharge, pain with urination, that kind of thing. Sometimes nothing, and you're using a condom with your current girlfriend, right?
Yes.
So you could not have transmitted it to her, which is a good thing. So, yeah, you got to just go get tested. It's a simple thing to treat these days with a single dose of an antibiotic.
Okay, I've talked to a few of my friends, and they said it's cleared up, but, while you're taking the medicine, you can't have sex or be do anything, correct?
Yeah, it's one dose, Ken. One dose.
You got to lay low for 1 day?
Not even, just
half a day?
For while you're in the doctor's office.
No sex?
In the doctor's office.
No banging any nurses or candy stripers?
Right.
Interesting.
No, you'd probably wait a day or two, but
okay.
You're using condom anyway. I one of the things I did in New York was met with the Trojan people. So I'm going to get more involved.
In New York?
Yeah, they're good people. I mean, they really wanted to try to help kids and build coalitions. The stuff I've been yelling about for years.
I see a picture guys wearing tunics and chest plates.
Yeah.
Big hats.
With a big fan on top.
Big rope fan on the top. Guys greeting you with that handshake where your hands go. You do this handshake where you grab all the way to the inside.
Yes.
You grab each other's forearms and shake them heartily.
You have those metal bands up to your mid forearm.
That's right. Then they're trying to hammer it out with Drew and his people.
And they call you brother.
We see, let's say $150,000 over the course of 5 spots, which also includes 3 personal appearances and 2 satellite radio tours. And then Drew's people say, 4 spots and 1 satellite, and you hear the swords start to come out. Shing. Is that how it works?
And when you shake hands, it makes that noise. Right?
Shing. Yeah.
Pow.
You are my brother.
Right.
Do they talk a lot like that? Right?
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
And they give you a big chalice full of something, like some ale or something in there. With some big mutton chop you're swinging around.
Stones around the outside.
Yeah.
Precious gems.
Yeah. Really, it's just a bunch of queers in bad suits, though, right?
No.
All right. Let's take ourselves a little break, and we'll be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Call LoveLine at 1-800-LOVE-191. Live 105 Alternative, San Francisco.
Hey, it's the Love Line. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew over there. Yeah. Yeah. No. Cannot have. I was standing around my den last night for some reason thinking about no, cannot have. Alrighty. Somebody called, wanted to talk about The Family Guy, which is one of my favorite shows, and then he fell off the line. But I want to say this, that Seth MacFarlane, who's been on this show, who's the creator of The Family Guy, and does quite a few voices on The Family Guy, came out with us to do some Crank Anchors last weekend, and was phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal, the voices this guy does. I'm rarely envious of other people's talent, but I sat there. Green as a Kentucky pasture.
Did he do Family Guy voices, or were they?
And I think to myself, my God, wouldn't it be marvelous if I turned out to be homosexual?
Was it like that, or was it?
He did like the
versions of that.
He did the Rhode Island guy, but he did like this 50 salesman guy, and he did a whole bunch of different voices, and he's just
fun,
just spectacular. Yeah. Then Andy Dick came over and to do voices, and he was loaded.
No.
I think so, yeah.
With alcohol? Or
I don't know.
Because, what made you say it? Because he was so fragmented? Or?
Yeah. We'll talk off the air, Drew, but there's trouble brewing.
Jesus Christ in heaven! Where has this been? Send me an ounce of this stuff.
Yeah, I think he got more than an ounce. He got a kilo or two. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Andy Dick, but I think something's going on with Andy Dick.
Was he able to do this show?
Not really. I think there's some little game on kind of thing going on there. He was sober for a while, right?
Quite a while. No relapse is part of the disease. So
yeah. Now I don't know for sure. He said he wasn't feeling well, but I think something's going on.
I have to leave at this point.
We should get him in here and talk to him.
Let's
see what's up with him.
Yeah.
Tim?
Yes.
You're 36?
36.
What's up?
Well, I'm just trying to put some closure to this girl that's been on my mind for a few years.
A few years?
Yeah, for a few years, you could say that.
High school.
I lived with her for 5. I'll just give you the real short story there. I lived with her for 5 years. I broke off with her.
Why?
Just arguing back and forth. We lived in a small apartment in New York City, and we just constantly arguing. And her mother lived in Florida. She's an actress. And I drove her back to Florida. We still kept some strings attached. So I was going to school in Florida. I left my job here, and I went to Florida for 11 months. Took a leave of absence. And
Are you
I
having
tried to
trouble
work it
following
out.
already? I mean, I can't follow this.
I was just thinking about Andy Dick, actually. Yeah?
There's a bunch of information that didn't make sense.
He left his job in New York. He went to Florida.
Did it to go to school?
Well, to go to school and live with her and try it one more time.
Well,
who's the actress? She was the actress, or the mother was the actress?
No, she was the actress.
What was she doing down there in Florida?
She's not doing too good.
Well, they had a show down there or something?
She's a Spanish actress. She's on Spanish soap operas.
Sweet.
Anyway,
do they film in Florida or what?
Yeah.
They do.
Oh yeah, they was doing some.
What we say?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I came back here, and she resumed her life. She moved to LA.
Dick in the hizzy.
And she moved back to LA, and I moved back here, and it's been almost 4 years. And every day I think about her, and we've kept in contact. And she started going out with somebody else, and so did I.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Florida last March, and I tried to get her back because I just think about her all the time. I mean, I've been out with her.
And what happened when you tried to get her back?
Nothing. She just gave me not a real firm no, which I wish that she would have.
Yeah. No is no.
Yeah, she's not with you. That's all the no you need to know. I wish we could hear the story from her standpoint, what actually went down here.
I got drunk and drove my El Camino into her living room.
Yeah.
But listen, Tim, listen. I know she didn't give you a firm no, and I know you do wish for your own peace of mind that she looked you in the eye and said, Tim, we can never be ever again, and
you know what?
I'll thank you to leave. But people never do that. They say things like, no, I still love you. I just don't love you.
Yeah, I'll always love you. You're always the one.
You say things like, well, do you ever think there's a situation or scenario where you could see us getting back together? And they go, well, I don't know what the future, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you that right now it's a bad time.
Yeah.
And then the guy walks away with, well, she said she loved me, and she said down the road she could see us getting back together.
Right.
No, look, down the road doesn't mean ass for anybody. If anybody wants you, they want you now, just like you would want her now, or you do want her now.
Right.
And think about what your mindset would be if you look someone in the eye who was pouring their heart out to you and you said, maybe down the road. No, you're being nice.
Yeah.
Tim, she did tell you. She told you by the fact that you went all the way to Florida to get her back and came home with a handful of your own dork. That's right. That's right. A cheek full of tears and a handful of dork. You know what I'm saying?
Such poetry. Oh, my God. It should be on a Hallmark card. Really, really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So sorry, Tim. Stop thinking about her and move on.
I wish we could get more into what really went on with that relationship. I'm sure it was very chaotic.
Well, you know, she's got some she's
stuff.
on a Mexican soap, so she's got to be first. She's got to be
this
very
is like,
dramatic.
This is like stalking.
Wear tons of mascara.
This is sort of stalking light. You know what I mean? It's kind of quasi stalking quality. It's obsessed all the time about her. It needs
you
to
ever
stop.
see those Mexican
not
soaps?
good. No, I don't see them.
Mexican chicks wear enough eyeliner already. Now you
They're
take
born with it.
They're born with a propensity toward heavy eyeliner use, and then you take one, you put her on a soap, and all of a sudden you got Madam from Wailing. What was that? What was that guy? What was that gay? What was that gay ventriloquist? Waylon and Madam.
Oh my God!
Remember that?
No,
you don't remember that?
I mean, vaguely.
Yes,
vaguely.
you do. I mean, you got crazy novelty Cruella DeVille type eyeliner going. It's crazy, crazy hair, crazy outfits. Jackie,
Hi.
you're 19.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you guys? I love you guys.
we're great.
Good. Yeah, my question.
Yeah.
Okay, after having sex with my boyfriend, after I peak or orgasm, I don't know, I just want to push him away, ew, I just want him to leave, exactly that, ew.
You feel weird after you have the orgasm.
So it's not
it's almost like something a guy would do, I know, but
it's not. It's not just that sort of it's too intense and you want him off you. It's that you're disgusted and you want him to leave.
Well, not disgusted or intense. It's kind of more just after I'm done, I'm just, hey, leave me alone. I don't know.
Yeah. Not a great sign. Not a great sign there, Jackie. But all right, you're 19.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong.
I know he wants to go more, and I'm like, okay, well.
No, it's not wrong, and it's kind of a common thing. But it, I don't know, 19.
Yeah, because it's not common among my friends, though. So
it's not. It's not that common. But it does happen.
You in love with this guy?
No.
What?
No, she can't do that.
Not in love.
Why not? Why can't I be?
Well, just because you're not. Yeah, I'm not sure you're ready for that yet, right?
Oh, okay.
Am I right?
Maybe not in love, but
right.
at love.
No, you're trying, but you're not there. And really, this kind of thing, when I've seen it in the past, people have some intimacy stuff, some problems with intimacy, and sex just becomes a drug. It becomes something that they're kind of an acting out rather than part of a relationship.
Yeah. Let's take care of Lee's been on hold for a long time. Lee?
Yeah?
Lee, you're 14?
Yeah.
Drew is always right about the people who's been on hold for a long time. I don't know how Drew knows just by reading the call what the person's temperament is. But anyway, Lee, your question is, you got a 17-year-old ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Threatening to beat up your new girlfriend?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess she just doesn't like her or something.
Drew, you're always right about that. Hold on a second.
Trust me, huh?
Well, I say to Drew, I'll say to Drew, some guy's been on hold for 98 minutes. And I'll go, Drew, why haven't you taken this poor soul's call? And I go, it's a bad call. And I'll go, but why? How do you know? I'm looking at boyfriend, girlfriend, itchy, lesions. It's the same crap we always get. And he's like, nah, this one will be bad. And then you punch the person up, and it's that 14-year-old dude who's like, yeah. And you go, how come this or that? And they go, huh? And you go, how long have you? And they go, I don't know.
Yeah, but good times, huh?
Yeah, all right. Lee?
Yeah.
All right, let's kick it into high gear for a second. Make Drew wrong for once, all right?
All right.
All right. So you got the crazy ex. You guys broke up how long ago?
Year and a half.
Year and a half.
17, he's 14. It's already kind of weird. Look.
And you guys are all going to the same high school?
No, we met through we were hanging out at this one.
Yeah, but why does your ex-girlfriend have access to your new girlfriend?
Right. Why is she around you?
Why is she around?
She lives in the same neighborhood.
All right. Well, she's not to be around anymore. Stay away from her. If she comes around, just tell her, you're gonna have to bring some authority to bear. That's all.
Yeah, he's just bragging about chicks fighting over him. Really. All right. We'll be back.
Here it is. Bottom line, it sucks being single today. Tons of lame people and no decent prospects. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE. LoveLine. LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready. Ready.
LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Call LoveLine at 1-800-LOVE-191. Live 105. Alternative. San Francisco. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Live 105. Alternative. San Francisco.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. So, when we left off, we're speaking to Shelly. Shelly's 18. Shelly's a lesbian. Shelly has irritable bowel syndrome.
But likes dry anal rape.
Well, not necessarily dry. That's the sound I would make if someone put a strap-on and probed me. She has irritable bowel, and there's a problem. Shelly?
Hi.
So
you asked, is that a problem to be engaging in that behavior, right?
Well, yeah, because I know that it can cause some major problems because I've had to go to the emergency room before for it.
You've had to go to the emergency room before for irritable bowel or because of something related to anal sex?
Related to anal sex. I have irritable bowel, and I thought maybe that caused the problem. I ended up with a fissure and had to go to the ER for it. And
but the fissure has nothing to do with the irritable bowel.
Okay.
The fissure is just you guys being too rough.
Well, that's what she said. She said she...
but she keeps kind of connecting the two up a little bit.
Well, they're both in her ass, but she said that she went to the hospital because
for a fissure. She said it's bad for my irritable bowel, and I went to the hospital for fissure. All right.
Just quiet down.
How is it bad for the irritable bowel?
Because irritable bowel is basically, the reason I'm wondering about it is because I thought maybe it was not the cause of my irritable bowel, but maybe irritating it really bad. Because I know I already have a problem with it. I didn't know if anal sex was going to irritate it even more and cause me to have fissures.
Have you? No. Do you have inflammatory bowel disease or do you have irritable bowel disease?
I have irritable bowel disease.
All right. Irritable bowel is just spastic colon. Okay? There's no fissures associated with that. You cause yourself that from the anal sex, or you may have been misdiagnosed and you actually have inflammatory bowel disease.
Okay.
But be that as it may.
What color is the strap on? Because I'm going to get to this. It's important.
What color is it?
Yeah.
It's pink.
How quaint. A Barbie strap on.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So you actually went to the hospital because your girlfriend was too rough with you?
Yeah, she was kind of being kind of rough, and then I ended up having to go to the ER because I was bleeding really bad.
Okay. So I get... You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. You got what happened?
Yeah.
You got abused? You got sexually abused?
Oh, yeah.
No, I have never been sexually abused. I had a bad stepdad, but I never was sexually abused.
And what did he do to you?
He used to beat me and yell at me and all that.
Where's my bourbon?
The physical abuse.
Oh, just physical abuse.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. All right, so that's what got you going lesbo. And then... It's fun.
Not necessarily.
Well, not necessarily.
But that's certainly what got you into
the rough
sex.
Yeah.
Sex to the point that you harm yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the problem is I have an asshole the size of a mason jar.
Oh,
very good. Very good.
I got you guys.
That was good.
That's why I was trying to nail her down, and you.
Oh, shut up! You didn't know anything.
She was confusing the different kinds of disorders.
Yeah, but you don't know nothing.
You know what? For realistically, I really do have irritable bowel syndrome. That's why I use that as an example.
Yeah, but you don't have fissures, right?
And you're like 32.
No, I have gotten fissures before. I have gone to the ER for that.
But that's something not related to irritable bowel, unless you have such bad diarrhea.
She didn't say it was related to the irritable bowel.
I'm talking to her. Shut up! I'm talking.
Oh,
Let me just finish. I just finished the conversation. That was not related to the irritable bowel. It's just maybe because you had such bad diarrhea, you caused some fissuring, right?
They weren't really sure. They said I had 2 fissures, and I didn't know why.
Have you? Right. It's not. If irritable bowel does not cause fissures. Did you have a colonoscopy?
Yes, I did.
And they didn't see inflammatory bowel.
No.
Why are you helping this bitch? She could make a prank call.
Well, hey, is there a guy behind it? She's maybe the first woman to do it on her own.
That's why, and that is exactly why I called, because I wanted to prove that women can do it on their own.
See? We should be paying homage to her.
All right. Good times. I hope you get raped with a strap on.
Well done, Shelley. With her Barbie strap on.
Well, it was.
Pink. We should have been clued into that right away.
No,
too.
we shouldn't have.
Pink.
No, you know why? Because if it was a prank call, she would have said it was big and black.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Also, she did have irritable bowel.
Yeah.
And she did have fissures.
Right.
Rectal fissures. So you call them fissures. Is that what they call them? Fissures?
Fissur.
Oh, really? So everyone calls them fissures. Fissures?
It's a crack, a fissure. It's
a what? Fizz? Like in Arizona, they got the Grand Fizz.
Grand Fissure.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Fish on.
All right. It's not in there. You think it's in there?
Fissure, a narrow opening or crack of
Does it say
considerable
how
depth.
you say it's how it's pronounced?
FISS.
Does it say the pronunciation?
Fissure.
Is it pronunciation or pronunciation?
Fissure.
Look up pronounce. Look at pronounce. Is it pronounce or pronounce? Pronunciation?
I'm confused.
All right. Everyone's right.
Yeah.
Everyone's right. Joe?
Yeah.
You're 25?
Yep.
What's up?
My father-in-law, he is transgender.
Good times?
Yeah. And I just want to know if that makes him gay. Because to me it does. Any man that puts a dress on, takes hormone pills to grow breast.
I say worse than gay, Joe.
Most male to female transgenders have lesbian relationships.
Okay.
So isn't that weird?
They go from male to female, and then they hook up with a chick.
That's how peculiar. When I started treating those people, I like had a diagram, and my brain wouldn't process it. It's like, you go to become a female, and then you go back to women. It's like,
yeah, right.
But if you think about it, if there's something about lesbians that attracts you, the person,
right?
The only way you're gonna have a relationship with them is if you're a woman.
It's probably best that you become a lesbian, too, because you've still got that cleft in your chin and your protruding Adam's apple and you're 238 pounds. You know what I mean?
Big hand.
You become a bull dyke with big knuckles. Hey, Joe?
Yeah.
This has got to be awkward during, Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he came out about it. I mean, he called the whole family over one day and sat everybody down. And he has 5 kids and 2 daughter-in-laws and me.
Yeah.
And you were there at the meeting?
Yeah.
How'd that go down? How'd you like that?
I thought it was funny, actually. And my wife takes it hard.
I bet.
Sure.
You didn't break out any laughter, did you?
Oh no, not there.
I made it very clear to my dad that if he tries anything like this, I will have a drifter kill him. And I make enough money that I'm insulated enough and can be distant enough, and I can hire somebody just to kill him. And I think he believed me, and I meant it. I absolutely meant it.
It's hard for my wife, my brother-in-laws, and all that, because growing up, he was a preacher and everything else.
Yeah. What about your wife? I mean,
she okay?
It doesn't seem like she could get through a childhood with this guy at the helm unscathed.
Well, he was to everyone else. No one suspected anything.
Yeah, it's not what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. First off, as you know, I want hyper-religiosity. I want it classified as a mental disorder. Any priests, not so much the rabbis, because they're not really into it. They're like, yeah, you want to be a rabbi? You can be one. Yeah, you chicks, you be a rabbi. Everyone could be a rabbi. We don't buy into this stuff too much. We just don't want
teacher.
Rabbi is a Jew going, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to piss my mom off. I'll be a rabbi. That's your only choice. If you think about it, it's really just to shut their parents up because they don't want to go to med school. Wouldn't you say, Drew, seriously?
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. I'm not talking about every rabbi. I'm talking about 95, 98% of them. There's only so many Jewish jobs, Well, okay. Here's my point.
What is your point?
My point is this guy was a preacher.
Yeah.
So he's a little suspect already. And then he goes and is transgender now and all that.
So just having all that emotional
what
stuff.
did he do to her? I'm not saying he molested her. I'm just saying, what was it like growing up?
There are a lot of people that are transgender, and we don't have callers calling with emotional consequences in their interpersonal lives. You know what I mean? We don't hear a lot about that. So it's probably not a big deal.
But it means you have a tormented parent at least.
But
All right. Joe?
Yeah.
How's your wife doing?
Well, she saw a psychiatrist about it when he first came out about it.
Yeah, but just in general, is she doing all right? Can she have an orgasm? Does she cry when you get on top of her?
No.
Stable relationship?
Yeah, I mean, we have a good relationship and everything.
Everything's good? You have any kids?
Yeah, we have 2.
Ooh.
What do you do now? 2 grandmas, or how's that work?
What do you tell the kids?
You got 3 grandmas and 1 how's that work?
Well, my kids call him Papa, so, I mean...
Papa.
Yeah, I mean, they're young enough. They're 2. One's about to turn 2, and the other one just turned 4, so they don't know no different.
It's right in between there.
Like grandma?
It's not Pappy. It's not
Grammy?
Oh, they call him Papa, so... They're he's
Grandma,
normal.
Papa.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Brad?
Yeah.
You're 30?
Yep.
What's up?
Yeah, hey, I've been smoking pot for about 13 years, and I got to stop. And I tried going to NA, I tried going to MA, but the 12-step groups just are not working for me.
All right, I bet Brad has seen The Shining, not seen Raging Bull. You gonna go with that?
He's 30.
He's 30. Brad?
Yep.
Have you seen The Shining?
No.
What about Raging Bull?
No, but I have it on DVD, and I'm waiting to watch it.
Unacceptable.
Wow, what is up with people? Yeah, of course, Drew's going to defend him, huh? Yeah.
All right, Brad, maybe you need to go to an inpatient program, someplace with more structure, more intensity.
I did an inpatient program, actually.
You did?
How long were you there for?
Well, I was there for 3 out of the 4 weeks, and then got in a fight and got kicked out.
Did you see a psychiatrist when you were there?
No.
Because there's something more than just addiction going on here. There's a reason you can't get with the program. And every addict wants to do it an easier, kinder way. And the fact is, it takes a hell of a lot of work and a lot of commitment and a lot of surrender and a lot of pain. And there ain't no alternative. There just isn't.
Well, let me tell you what problems I had with the 12-step groups. First of all, I'm an atheist.
Yeah, that's all right. Many people are.
Well, you know,
the whole idea is just to give you some sense of faith that when you surrender to the process, things are going to turn out okay. To give you the sort of comfort with surrender. That's the whole idea of the higher power.
Right. And then, but the thing is when you're in the meeting and you're in the group.
Did you ever get a sponsor?
No.
All right. Well, the treatment is done with the sponsor. No sponsor, no treatment. It's very simple. If you're not working the steps with a sponsor, you haven't even begun the process. So you've never even set foot on the process.
And what's the part where you get in a fight in the in-house treatment?
Well, that's characterologic stuff.
Yeah, Brad, what's wrong with you?
Well, probably a lot of things, but...
Were you sort of physically abused growing up or abandoned or something?
Both.
Both, yeah.
All right.
And that's usually what sets this kind of thing
Well, what
up.
about a little therapy for young Brad?
Well, that's what I was asking if a psychiatrist saw him. He needs a lot of work.
Brad, what's going on? Will you work construction?
No, I'm a glass blower. I make marijuana pipes for a living.
Oh, wait a minute. Did we talk to you before?
Nope.
You ever fart into one of those glass blowing things?
No.
Because I'd buy one of those and put it on my Christmas tree.
If somebody had a fart in a glass?
Yeah. Yeah. Just break.
It wouldn't diffuse out?
In case of emergencies. I think it would stay in there. Brad.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
If you farted into a glass ball and made like a bulb out of it and then sealed it quickly, you think it would stay in there?
Or would it bind to the glass?
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got to think about this.
But anyway, we had a long discussion about glass blowing one time.
You blow bongs, huh?
No, I do pipes. I do handwork.
Oh, you do that? That's interesting.
I'm sure you've seen them, Adam, like high-end, expensive pipes.
Yeah, I've seen that. I got one that's made out of a toilet paper roll.
Nice.
With the foil in there.
Good job. Yeah, proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, you know the pipe. All right, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do okay, right? You make money?
I make good money, yeah.
You're an artisan. Yeah, you need to get a little therapy at this point. You got some situations.
He needs to be in a structured program. He doesn't go from failing in an inpatient program to a lower level of care, a higher level of care, more intense, more psychiatric care, more structure. I'm so glad there's no guest tonight. It's nice to spend some us time, Adam.
Yeah. You ever have one of those pipes that rolls over?
I was just spending a little time thinking about it just now, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Woody?
Yes, sir.
You're 38?
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks for calling the program.
All right, sir. My question is, I found myself quite attracted to a woman who's in her 40s. I'm in my late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And I find out that she is a lesbian. Mm-hmm. And my question is simply...
How'd you find out?
I found out through some friends, and I did some background checking, and this may be a wild-ass shot, but Adam may even know her because she works for the parent company. She works for Viacom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small company. We know everyone in the company.
I think I know who you're talking about now.
No, I don't think so. But anyway, she works for Paramount. But anyway,
listen, I don't even know. I don't know if Anderson's first name is his. I don't know if that's his first name or his last name. Are you kidding me?
Well, anyway, I was just wondering if you or Dr. Drew could enlighten me as to whether or not, when a woman says she's a lesbian, is that, or is homosexuality in general, is that a genetic predisposition, or can that be a personal preference? I mean, could this woman have just had a lot of men problems in the past, or, I'm just...
Well, let me ask you this. I'm glad you bring this up, Woody. Yeah. Drew, we know from doing this show that there are sort of lesbians and homosexuals, gay or lesbian, that were just sort of born that way, always been that way, and then people that were molested or victimized or had over domineering mom or forces of society.
Environmental forces,
Yeah, created this.
Yeah.
Now, is it more likely for a woman than a man? And we never really explored this, did
Most
we?
of the discussions about the genetics of homosexuality are over men. And women, because they're more fluid, women less so than men tend to be exclusively homosexual.
Right.
They can kind of go back and forth. They're more fluid. Now, there are plenty of women that are just lesbian. That's the fact. But it's not so black and white with women as it is with men. And so most of the discussions about the genetics are in men.
Well, okay. So, Woody?
Yes, sir.
She could have been created in the lab, as we like to say, or God could have made her a lesbo. We don't know.
Or some combo.
Or some combo. But the fact that she told you this, or did she tell you this?
Well, she didn't tell me this. I found this out through kind of a roundabout way.
See, the point is, Woody, that women...
Where are you going?
Women can go through a phase. Men don't go through a phase. Men are yes or no.
Yeah.
Right.
But women go through a phase. And maybe she's not really lesbian. Maybe she just was sort of...
Well, let's not encourage Woody.
What I found out is that she's apparently gone through a commitment ceremony with a woman and has been cohabitating with this woman for the past few years.
Why was she dating you then?
She wasn't dating Woody. Woody just liked her.
Oh.
Yeah, and the irony is that this woman, believe it or not, had been contacting me, and that's what really threw me off, because there's nothing masculine about her, nothing butch about her. I mean, she's a beautiful Chinese. I had, no way of reading anything other than I just thought...
All right, hold on a second. Let me speak to Drew for a second.
Okay.
Now, when I picture Woody, I picture sort of long flowing locks, ascot, chiseled chest and chin.
Yeah.
Piercing green eyes.
Not.
Yeah. I think Woody's not got the old Woody parked in too many garages. Woody?
Yes, sir.
You not been a big hit with the ladies over the years?
Well, I'll tell you, Adam, I have to go to Burger King if I want to get my hands on warm buns. It's that kind of a thing,
Yeah. It's amazing with that sense of humor that you haven't been more successful.
Yeah.
Things
very
haven't been
important, women.
But you're a smart guy, right? You work in some sort of a high-tech field?
Well, Adam, actually, I did stand-up comedy for some time, and I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, please do. Always makes me seem funnier.
Let us hear some, please.
Yeah, we got to hear some jokes, Woody. I mean, other than the A-list Burger King material, I want to.
Well, I'll tell you, Adam, this is absolutely true. I sent you an email, and I didn't think you'd get it because it went to LoveLine at earthlink.net. But honest to God,
yeah, I didn't know we had email. Do we have email?
That's his side.
Well, anyway, Adam,
Lauren answers it daily.
Okay.
Oh, she does? Oh, okay.
All right.
You might get a quick kick out of this. honest to God, my real name, my given name is Tom Green. And I was born in Salt Lake City, and of course, the Tom Green Canadian comic already broke through.
Sure.
Another guy, a Mormon polygamist with 30 kids, convicted no less, is named Tom Green.
Sure.
So I changed my name, and I swear to you, this is true. I can send you court documents.
That's okay.
I changed
Change
my
it to
name.
Shecky Green.
No, I changed it to Woody Volcano Viagra.
Oh, that's good.
Wow!
See, if a guy had a sense of humor, he would have laughed when I made my Shecky Green joke. Woody Volcano.
True.
Okay. All right.
And so that's what I'm going by now, and so I'm trying to get back into stand-up, but that's the name behind the...
What got you out of stand-up?
Well, I got kind of priced out of the real estate in California, and so I was taking care of my mother, who was elderly at the time, and I took care of her until she passed away. And I ran low on finances, and I had to return to Salt Lake, and I'm trying to regroup and get back to California.
This is very unfunny.
All right.
That's unfunny.
Yeah. Okay, so give us a couple of jokes from your act.
Well, okay, I can give you a couple of jokes. First of all, as with any drug, Viagra, the success and effectiveness of Viagra is dependent upon the proper dose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for example, 50 milligrams don't do it for me. I look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But 100 milligrams, Adam.
Yeah.
And I'm the Eiffel Tower. I wrote that myself.
Really? I'll tell you this, kid's got it. I don't say that often. Yeah, keep going with it.
I'll give you a little Henny Youngman bit, okay?
Please do. Because our 13-year-old listeners love Henny Youngman. Especially,
yeah, right. Guy walks into a pharmacist, or guy walks into a drugstore, asks the pharmacist if they carry Viagra.
Mm-hmm.
The pharmacist says, sure. Mm-hmm. And the guy says, can I get it over the counter? The pharmacist says, well, it might take 5 or 6 doses. It's a pole joke.
Yeah, I see. I get it. Get it over the counter.
Get it over the counter.
You do
That's a little hokey, but...
right. No, it's solid. That's a material. Any non-Viagra jokes? You give me one.
Non-Viagra jokes. Well, I do a lot of stuff on... When I was growing up, I was such a slow developer, always the last one to come out in a Polaroid picture.
Shocking.
Those kind of things. I grew up in the 60s, and, we still played hide and seek, and none of the other kids came and looked for me. After a few days, they put out an ATB. I don't know if you're laughing or if you're forced.
No. This is it's good material, Woody.
So,
you gotta get back. You gotta get back in.
Well, and I look like a Q-tip with glasses. I mean, so it's, I don't really have a look that the women love.
Right.
So that was my outlet.
Yeah, well, that was good. It was good.
Next caller.
Good stuff. You got to get in. You make it big, we bring you on the show. You make it too big, you don't want to come on the show. All right, so you make it sort of medium big, you come on the show.
Is there any way I could get to the talent coordinator at Jimmy Kimmel's show?
Ooh, there might be a place for him there.
Yeah. Well, the Armenian comedians are pretty big shoes to fill.
I know that. I realize that.
Yeah. In other words, you're funny, but you're no genius like the Armenian comedian. I mean, he's been touched by God.
I realize that, but I haven't prepared all my material.
I understand. We caught you off guard. Well, I don't know her phone number over there at Jimmy. You just dial information. You ask for a talent coordinator at Jimmy Kimmel Live Hollywood.
I just thought of a new reality TV show, which is Star Search, or American Idol for comedian, American stand-up.
Yeah.
And all the crappy,
Yeah. Yeah, because I could watch that. I mean, when the Armenian comedian does his ventriloquist act, or when he plays with his band, it's unbelievable. All right, Woody.
But imagine, we saw how many bad singers will show up and not realize how awful they are. Imagine with comedy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because singers, you figure people catch them and go like, hey, really?
Yeah.
She can't carry a tune.
There's nobody to stop the comedian.
No way. Yeah, got some solid Viagra material there. Yeah. Let's get another call. And, yeah. So, Woody, she's lesbian. You're not. Find a new chick. Oh, women love a guy with a sense of humor, Drew. Don?
Yes.
You're 26?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, last on the 14th, this Valentine's Day, I got engaged. I asked my then girlfriend, now fiance, to marry me, and she's 41. And I think she has abandonment issues, and we keep kind of breaking up and getting back together. And I don't want to go through that again. And
then don't.
Sure.
Get on with it. Find somebody else.
Well, if she's 42,
never been married,
and she hasn't gotten over or hasn't, been able to control her impulses as far as her issues, it's gonna be tough for you. You know what I'm saying there, Don?
Yeah.
Did she been married before?
Yeah, she was married. She got divorced like a year before we met.
And has she had some trouble in the past?
Well, that's where I think it comes from. Her ex-husband cheated on her, and her father pretty much left her at a young age.
Yeah. All right. Well, now it's all in her. It's not all the outside doing things to her. This is about her now.
Yeah. So, Don.
She have kids?
Yeah, 3. And they're great kids. I love them.
All right. Well, just know that she's got some serious issues floating around. She getting in any therapy or anything?
No.
You know any Viagra jokes?
You are 15 years her junior. 15
Yes, I am.
years. And so you don't want to have any kids.
She's 42.
He's 26.
41. 40. God, I should get that right, otherwise she's going to kill me.
14 years.
Well, listen, Don.
Yeah.
Don's got some stuff going on.
Yeah, what's going on with you, Don?
Well, I'm just working, trying to get my finances back, get them together, and going to school, and really trying to get to be a place where I'm successful.
Right. She got a house and a car and stuff?
Well, she's got a house that she leases from her ex-husband so that she can have a stable place for her family.
Is she okay? She work?
She works. We both work. Don't do drugs. Don't drink too much.
All right. Well, look, Don.
Boring.
Don't rush to the actual marriage part.
Yeah.
You asked her to marry you. You got engaged. That's fine. But keep in mind that she's going to need to do a little work on herself.
Oh, boy.
Why? What's the problem?
3 kids. 26-year-old stepdad.
Yeah. Well, what do you want? I got a stepdad who's my stepdad is like 15 years younger than my mom.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I try not to talk to anybody, so I don't know. But yeah, my mom is like 69, 70. He's like 55. Yeah, he's quite a bit younger than my mom. I mean, they got together 25 years ago or whatever it was. Holy Christ. He could have been 35. He could have been 30. And she could have been 50 or not 50, like 45, something like that. Whatever. It's all
still something in their
30s. That was we got to take a break. I was talking, we like to laugh about how cheap your dad is and what screw-ups my parents are and all that kind of stuff. And listen, I've said it many times. People are like, well, what are you bagging on your parents for? You're on the radio. Hey, kiss my ass, you screwballs. Yeah, it's time to pay the fiddler. I got no problem with this. Bad parents. You roll the dice. You don't think the kid's going to make it on the radio? Well, he's got a mic now. What do you guys care? You're asleep. You don't have any friends. No one talks to them about anything. I say whatever I want about anybody in my family. No one ever talks to them. But so here's the goodness. But my dad, I remember, I don't know, I had this thought, he used to get records from the library, and they would melt in the car. He would always forget and leave them in the car, and they would get all warped. But I was sort of fixated on the warping of the records. But then I started thinking to myself, he was well into his 40s when he was going over to the library to get the records. You want to know, you want to think loser? And Drew, you talk about your dad's cheap, but think real cheap. Think going to the library and checking out records. And does that go on? I mean, wouldn't you think that only happens to disabled? Like wouldn't that be a special program for the mentally challenged or the physically handicapped that you would rent?
It'd be like a school
get
trip?
records. Yes, records from the library. All right, those are the Corollas.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
Half of all new HIV infections in this country happen to people under the age of 25. Protect yourself. Call toll-free 1-866-344-KNOW.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Call LoveLine at 1-800-LOVE-191. Live 105. Alternative. San Francisco.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew. I'm in Las Vegas tonight. Drew's in Los Angeles. And we're taking your calls at 1-800-LOVE-191.
Here we go. This is Jessica, 24.
Jessica?
Yes.
What's going on?
I just want to say you guys are awesome, and also I'm calling because I had sex with a guy that I don't know if I want to be my boyfriend. That's
never happened before.
Yeah. We had sex. He used a condom, and the next day there was a funk. I had never experienced it before. I had experienced chicks that had funks before and had to talk to them about it, and now I'm the one with the funk, and I would not leave it.
Wait, stop a second. You've experienced girls with a funk?
Well, I was
talk to them. She talked to them.
No, she said, I've experienced and I had to talk to them.
Yes.
Oh.
Like, they had funk, and I had to talk to them because it,
You mean like friends that you could notice just
people on the bus?
Yeah.
What?
No, I don't walk up to strangers and be like, "You're nasty." No, I have had friends that had, problems, and I'd never experienced it before.
Well, hold on a second. Were you having sex with your friends?
No.
How were you exposed to this?
Because if you walk up to somebody that has a significant smell, you can smell it through the clothes.
Adam, have you ever had that experience?
I have with my...
No, but now I do.
All right, quiet down. It's not all about you, baby.
So I'm wondering...
Me? Yes. Would you put her on hold?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Chatty Cathy over there. I've had this with my own sack.
No, forget your sack. Have you ever walked up to a woman and thought, whoa, got to talk to her about this? Walked up through her clothing?
Yes.
Okay.
But not had a discussion with her, but I've
noticed it. All right.
Well, it's hard to distinguish sometimes from sort of sweet BO.
Yeah.
No,
like
no. It's very different. It's like opening a can of bad tuna.
Right.
What did you say to your friends, by the way? How did you breach this?
How are you doing? Are you doing okay? I mean, what's going on? You do kind of smell.
You do kind of smell. That's nice. Very delicate. Yeah, it's kind of cold today. You smell.
No, I don't blurt it out like that, but I kind of pull them aside and say, your female smell is kind of kicking today.
That's bold. That's kind of nice. I mean, it's very caring and
it's refreshing.
Yeah, refreshing. Very direct.
You know what though? I would want to know if I could.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell myself, but if I couldn't tell that I smelled like some nasty fish.
Do you some nasty fish? Do you have a sort of superhuman olfactory sense? Do you smell things acutely more than normal people?
No.
Because women already have. It's one of God's great jokes on humanity is women have much more acute sense of smell than men.
Well, maybe I'm super nose.
All right, be that as may. So you want to know what? What's your question?
I'm wondering if it was the condom that was used, or maybe our chemistries just did not get along.
Well, your chemistries really weren't exposed to each other, right? Because he wore a condom.
Well, but I spoke to my doctor, and she was like, well, sometimes chemistries mix, and I'm like, well, that's what I told her. I said I was wearing a condom, so...
There's no mixing when you're wearing a condom, really.
Okay.
So it's probably the condom or the lubricant, whatever was on there. Or maybe you had an infection and didn't know it, and this
that's the thing, is I'm constantly checked, and I'm totally fine before that happened, and then the next day it was like...
But Drew, isn't the vagina like a snow globe that gets shaken up during sex?
Yes, you put
stuff starts flying around
and the
in
wrong
there.
stuff goes in and something grows and Did you take some Metrogel cream or something like that afterwards?
No, to be honest with you, I juiced for the first time in my life, and that was an experience all in itself.
And that took care of it?
How was that?
It was disgusting.
The douche.
Well, I mean, I've never had to use anything like that before. So now, I mean, I don't smell like fish, but now I smell like vinegar, and both smells to me are just disgusting.
Did this all happen tonight?
No. This happened a couple of weeks ago, but I'm still not back to myself. Like, this happened actually a month and a half ago.
Again, bacterial overgrowth is the most common cause of this sort of thing. And so there's some creams you can use, Metrogel cream, Gyne-Lotrimin.
Metrogel?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put the vinegar on top of the fish deodor, and you got fish and chips at this point. I've really thought about that. So I do like to shake some vinegar on that deep fried cod.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, it's nice.
And look, she's down there by Fisherman's Wharf. That's where she lives, right?
No.
Oh.
I don't live in the city.
Oh.
All right, and the douche, did you use the traditional douche bottle, or, I mean, the one you hang up on the bathroom door, or did you use the
douche bag.
sort of handheld one? That's the douche bag.
She had to have a douche nozzle then, right?
No, it wasn't an enema. It was a douche. It just comes in like a little bottle.
Yeah, but back in the day, they had douche bags. Yes, Drew?
Why do we waste all our time calling our jack-off friends douchebags if there's no such thing as a douchebag?
Yes, of course.
And besides, Adam wants to coin a new phrase.
Douche nozzle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much more meaty.
Politically correct.
No, just more to the point, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, here's how I'll put it in a couple sentences. You're driving your car, guy's not turning right. The signal's been green for a while. Let's go, douche nozzle. I don't got all day. Or you say something like,
he's such a
I was sitting in the bar, just minding my own business. A couple of douche nozzles come walking in. They want to start up with me.
Yeah. Much more offensive. Much more aggressive.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, listen, Jessica. Probably again a bacterial overgrowth, a bacterial vaginosis. That's called, and douche is probably not going to take care of it. That's why you're not back to normal yet. You might try Metrogel cream or Gyne-Lotrimin, something like that. Here is now Amanda, who's 19.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi. Okay. You guys always talk about how you can tell when someone's been abused some way.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if someone's been abused, does that always mean that they're messed up?
It always has an effect. It doesn't have to mean you're imprisoned by it. It doesn't mean you're going to be an abuser. It tends to affect how you relate to other people.
Well, especially in your relationships with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Or your intimate relationships with the same sex.
Your attractions, that kind of thing. Well,
it also depends what the abuse is and what you've done about it.
And how old you were and what you've done about it, exactly.
Okay.
What happened?
I guess,
Did you not think we were going to ask, Amanda?
Well, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you might just, give me the answer and let me go.
No.
When have we ever done that, huh?
Well, I guess I don't, when I was 9, my friend's older brother,
No, I don't know. What did he do?
Adam?
Did he just touch you, or did he have sex with you, or what happened?
Yes. Oh, no sex.
No sex.
Just,
fondled you.
The touching.
Okay.
And
Well, there goes her
How old was he at the time?
he was maybe a year or two older.
So he was like 10
Yeah.
when you were 9. And did that happen multiple times?
Yeah, it happened over a course of 2 years.
How many times did it happen?
Oh, I don't even know.
5 times? 50 times?
No, I'd say probably in the 20s.
It's got to start with a 5, Amanda. Sorry.
Were you
55, 500?
Were you physically abused before that? Is there any reason you sort of froze? Let this guy do this?
No, well, no physical.
Were you emotionally abused or abandoned or anything else that sort of made you have difficulty?
I didn't really my dad wasn't around when I starting at 7, but
What was he like before he left?
My dad?
Yeah.
He was a drug addict.
All right. Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, and is this affecting you now in your relationships?
I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of things that happen after that, too, to affect things.
Like what?
I had a very verbally abusive stepdad.
All right.
Yeah,
So
great.
there's a lot of
All right.
stuff going on here.
Okay, but okay. So here's the deal, Amanda. What this guy did to you is going to have some effect on you, but probably not as great as the effect of having the drug addict father who was around until you were 7 and then abandoned you, and then he slid in and then enter abusive or verbally abusive stepdad.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that.
That's all going to be worse than this.
Right. What went on with what went on with the pal's brother or whoever it was, that was really just because you'd been a victim already, and so you froze when this guy started coming at you. But that probably wasn't as bad as the feelings of victimization that went on before that, and then again after with the abusive stepfather.
And, when you see your mom, give her a nice kick in the labia for me for bringing home the drug addict the first time around, and then the verbally abusive guy the second time around.
Yeah, she actually left both.
Yeah, after you got
a dose
T-boned, like a Pinto sitting in an intersection. I don't mean sexually, but I just mean you got your space frame tweaked, and then these guys left. I mean that's great, but you're sort of left with the residual effects of that.
Right.
Right. All right. I'm just saying, don't be too nice to your mom.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Even though someone probably abused her,
of course,
before she got to these guys.
Of course.
Right.
There you go.
And she's probably an addict too. I'm sorry.
Someone abused your mom?
Hey, yeah, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Shocking, Drew. You're like Nostradamus.
Karnak, how did you know?
We're all individuals, Drew. Each case has to be taken as a separate individual case.
How dare you generalize to suggest any human would behave as like any other?
We're all different. We're all created. We're all special in God's eyes. You can never tell. We're all individuals, Drew. Always
How many
that.
polar bear would you have to study to figure out the behavior of polar bears?
10.
To be able to predict the future of polar bear behavior.
Every polar bear in the world?
Yes.
10.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
At least
so
in humans, you have to, people we have to study
for
about.
Teenagers, you need
300,
like 30.
Yeah.
Okay, 300. All right. What's up? You want to take a break?
I do.
You you tired from being right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's taxing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's sort of, I want to just sit back and take it in. Yeah.
Okay.
What it's like to be right all the time.
You bend over and take yourself in, Drew.
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
I'll think of you.
I'm gonna go number 1, and we'll be right back after this.
Good time.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back.
LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 105 Alternative. San Francisco.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew. I'm in Las Vegas tonight. Dr. Drew back in Los Angeles. And phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Drew?
Yeah, and I'm contending with your headphone jack here. It's beautiful.
Why are you using my jack?
You mean,
you're in the command seat.
Of course. The man seat.
Taking Captain Kirk's place at the bridge.
What can I say here? This is now Anna. 16.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, what's going on?
Oh, okay. I've done DXM before,
Yeah.
and I was just wondering the side effects. Like,
Well, as I said, I'm doing a piece for Good Morning America on Monday. Did you hear me talking about this, Adam?
yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
I did, yeah.
And here, I've got some stuff sitting in front of me. Tachycardia, hypertension, lethargy, ataxia, slurred speech, confusion, hallucinations, abnormal movements, seizures, aspirations, a lot of weird stuff.
Really?
Typically hallucinations, vivid dreams, that sort
I
of
never
thing.
had hallucinations when I was on it, but lots of weird stuff happened.
Separation, out-of-body experiences.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Are people buying this, or are they ripping it off?
No, you just buy a big bottle of Dimetap or whatever's got dextromethorphan in it.
Yeah, but the stuff isn't that cheap. I mean, it's like $9 for, 3 or 4 ounces of it. I mean, if you're going to get into it, it seems like you got to start ripping it off at some point.
People don't really get addicted to it. That's what I'm kind of looking up right now. I've never seen dependency. It's kind of like LSD. They use it very occasionally.
So is this? I'm always looking for a good stock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, is this product moving now?
Should
I invest in this?
My wife tried to buy 3 bottles tonight can we buy cold stuff for the kids? They wouldn't let her take it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can only buy one at a time.
There's no discount for menopausal blonde chicks. I mean, no, they can't look the other way.
That's what she said. She was, for Christ's sake. But listen, what happened with you, Anna?
Oh, lots of stuff. I was like, I did it once, and then I didn't do it for like a couple days. And then I did it again, and I was on it for like maybe a week or so, just like every day, just every few hours.
Well, how much do you take every few hours?
Oh, like a bottle. Like just drink a bottle or 2.
How big a bottle? Those big bottles or a small one?
Like, I don't know, like the smaller one, not like the really big one.
You did it every 2 hours for how long?
Maybe a week or so.
Wow.
That was a few months ago, though.
And what happened?
I don't really know how to explain it to you.
Did you get psychotic? Did you start thinking strange things?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're not really high. I mean, you don't know you're high, but like when you think about it later, it's like, oh my gosh, I was like really, really high, you know?
But did you drink 60 bottles of this stuff in the course of a week?
Something like that. I took a lot of it.
Wow. Did you buy it all?
No.
You stole it?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, Drew.
Yeah. What kind of thoughts were you having? What was happening that made you think you were high?
I don't know.
She didn't think she was high.
No, but I mean, she looked back and realized she was altered anyway.
Well, you kind of like, you lose your memory, so it's kind of like, you feel like a little kid. So like, you don't remember anything. Like if you look at a tree, it's like you've never seen it before. And you have to stare at it for like a long time, and it's really kind of scary, but...
Do things seem novel to you, like new?
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you eat something, it's like you've never had it before.
Right. So this is what the part of the brain called the amygdala that monitors for novelty. Problem with overstimulating that part of the brain is that then when you come off stuff, you can damage that part of the brain and things seem flat. Nothing's satisfying, nothing's interesting.
Yeah, you get, like, after you're not high anymore, like, you go into, like, this state of mind where everything's, like, really good and really happy. And then after a few hours of that, everything's just, like, you feel like you want to die. And it really, really sucks.
And so you start trying to chase that high again?
Yeah, and then you take it again just so...
And you're okay?
Just to get rid of it, you know, just to get rid of the bad.
Are you okay, or are you just sort of avoiding the bad lows?
You just avoid the bad lows.
And then when you finally stop it, were you real depressed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I know we're sort of examining you like you're one of the cadavers, but you got to do something about this. I mean, this speaks volumes about sort of what's going on with you psychologically. God knows what kind of injury you might have caused yourself through all this. We got to look into this. At the very least, you're trying to manage some overwhelming feelings that should be managed in a much more safer and comprehensive way. Adam.
I had a problem with Asper gum when I was about 9.
Really? What happened?
Yeah. Well, my mom was a health food nut.
I thought it was Asper cream you were getting into.
No, it's that gum. Tastes like orange gum.
Yeah. All right, let's go to break, huh?
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Let's go. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1105 Alternative, San Francisco.
Another fan.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.